I know you're gonna dig this.
Welcome to Social Media Milwaukee. I'm Katie and this is Megan, and we're here with Emily Leonard, the Associate Director with Wired Wisconsin, which is a nonprofit coalition working to bring cutting-edge technology to our state. Emily often serves as a guest speaker advocating for advanced technology, and she uses social media as a central communication strategy for her platform. So we got to speak to her today about her thoughts on social media. Let's just jump right in.
So Emily, where do you see social media going in, say, 5 years or so?
Well, social media applications are just going to continue to evolve. I mean, you look at how Facebook continues to change their platform, and they're really focusing on making it a personal experience, especially with the number of people having smartphones now. You can check your Facebook, your LinkedIn account, your Twitter, all from your smartphone, so it's not so dependent on being able to be in front of a physical computer, you know, when we think of like traditional PCs and laptops, but you're more so being able to access it whenever you want and engage when you want. I do think that in 5 years we're going to see a trend of people jumping off of social media sites, because I think a lot of businesses are just kind of on social media because they think they're supposed to be. They think that's where the marketing is going. But as public relations consultants, part of the thing that we see and we try to talk to our clients about is that not every social media channel is right for every client. So I think as brands really start figuring out what channel works better for them compared to other ones, you're going to see people moving more towards the ones that work best.
Do you think there are any businesses and organizations that should not be utilizing social media, or that it would not be effective for them?
One of the great things about social media is a lot of it's trial and error. So I think that for some brands, you really need to kind of just first, take the leap, see what happens, see what works. And, as we've talked about, of even then deciding, okay, hey, if the Facebook fan page isn't working, stop using it. Stop putting energy out there, and time and energy into keeping that, updated. And I think that brands more and more are gonna, and I guess this goes back to your first question of how is it gonna change, is that brands are gonna find out where their little niche is in social media. And once they understand what that is, I think the things we're going to see and how brands will be using the different applications is just going to be amazing.
Actually, it's really freaking cool. I mean, it is top notch.
So what makes social media effective for companies?
Well, I think that it's really important to have a strategy and a goal in mind before you even venture into these different social media channels. With Wired Wisconsin, for example, our goal in using social media is really just education and increased visibility so that more and more people hear like what we're about and why they should get involved. And then the end goal or return of investment that we're really looking for is membership. And then people activating on issues that we're looking to get them to contact their legislators about. But I guess something that I think is really important to social media to make it worthwhile is that you need to have someone who is committed to staying on top of it. And as we know, as part of a public relations firm, and we manage social media for many different clients, that could be a full-time job just in itself. I mean, with Wired Wisconsin, I could spend 40 hours a week easily trying to stay on top of social media. And when I say stay on top, I mean when people retweet us, sending them a message like, hey, thanks for retweeting that story. I'm glad that you liked it. Or if somebody says they don't like something, it's them. So I think, again, it's just this theme of personalization of really, you choosing how you want to use the application is just going to continue to grow.
Okay, so how has social media changed the way we communicate with others, personally and professionally?
I am obsessed with social media on a personal level. When Facebook came out, I just thought it was awesome. It was a great way to kind of stay up to date on what your friends and family are doing. I personally have family all over the country, so in that regard, it's really helped. But kind of the flip side of that is that you have a lot of people who don't look at social media the same way that I do or you do. They look at it as a place where it's purely a personal experience for them. But I, as someone who does social media, I look at it as also a place for a professional networking opportunity. So it's really hard to try to strike a balance between wanting to have a genuine you be online, and also trying to keep very conscious of the fact that some of the things that you post or the pictures that you're tagged in could have an impact on your future, and that you really need to be thinking about that. We have to constantly be monitoring what our online perception might be, because our first and most important brand is us, is you, is the individual.
Wait a minute, listen! Listen!
So Emily, why do you see social media as being so important?
Well, number one, it's where everybody's hanging out, right? You see more and more companies and brands are choosing to only have their marketing really be based through Facebook or through LinkedIn or through MySpace. Pepsi not having a traditional TV advertisement in the Super Bowl this year, and how much buzz they got off of making that decision, is a great example of this, right? Of really what makes social media so important is the engagement factor, right? Is that it's no longer how traditional media used to be, but now social media kind of makes the playing field a little bit more level, in that everybody has an opinion and everybody can share that opinion.
Well, Emily, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate you sharing all of your insights with us.